Hello there, Type 1 Diabetic Warriors. My name is Jim, and welcome back to our channel. We've got some big news and an update on a company that we follow very closely here on this channel, and that is Diamyd Medical. Now, as you may recall, in the spring, they got Fast-Track authority from the FDA for their drug Diamyd, which is a therapy for Type 1 diabetics. Well, it's showing such promise that the FDA has recently granted them a second Fast-Track authority. This one will focus more on pediatric patients, but it's big news for their technology, and it's probably ultimately very good news for all of us Type 1 diabetics. So we're going to get right down to it. Please hit the like and subscribe button. We appreciate all of your support, and that helps us grow and reach more people. Now let's find out about what's going on at Diamyd Medical.
The FDA just granted Diamyd a second fast-track authority for their T1D therapy. What does this mean for Type 1 diabetics? The FDA's fast-track designation is a process designed to facilitate the development and expedite the review of drugs that treat serious conditions and fill an unmet medical need. The purpose is to get important new drugs to patients earlier. This can include drugs that treat conditions like Type 1 diabetes. Type 1 diabetes is a chronic condition in which the pancreas produces little or no insulin, a hormone needed to allow sugar, glucose, to enter cells to produce energy. It requires lifelong management and can lead to serious complications if not well controlled. Drugs and treatments aimed at better managing, curing, or preventing Type 1 diabetes can qualify for fast-track designation if they demonstrate the potential to address the significant unmet medical needs of patients. Diamyd, developed by Diamyd Medical, is an investigational therapy for Type 1 diabetes. It is a form of immunotherapy aimed at preserving the insulin-producing beta cells in the pancreas. The active ingredient is GAD65, glutamic acid decarboxylase, an enzyme targeted by the immune system in Type 1 diabetes. By modulating the immune response, Diamyd aims to preserve the function of the pancreas and improve the patient's ability to manage their condition. We are thrilled to receive our second fast-track designation for Diamyd, this time for its potential to delay the onset of clinically diagnosed Type 1 diabetes, says Ulf Hernelius, CEO of Diamyd Medical. This recognition once again underscores the potential of our precision medicine approach and the urgent need for new treatment options for Type 1 diabetes across the disease spectrum. We now have the opportunity to work closely with the FDA to accelerate the development of Diamyd also as a preventive medicine. Diamyd has been granted fast-track designation by the FDA for its potential to address an unmet medical need in Type 1 diabetes. This designation can offer several benefits: more frequent meetings with the FDA to discuss the drug's development plan and ensure the collection of appropriate data needed to support drug approval; more frequent written communication from the FDA about issues such as the design of the proposed clinical trials and use of biomarkers; eligibility for accelerated approval and priority review, if relevant criteria are met. Rolling review, this means that a drug company can submit completed sections of its new drug application, NDA, for review by the FDA, rather than waiting until every section of the NDA is completed before the entire application can be reviewed. The fast-track designation reflects the FDA's recognition of the potential of Diamyd to provide a significant advancement in the treatment of Type 1 diabetes and the urgent need for effective therapies in this area. As we can see, FDA Fast-Track authority is granted to drug developers that the Food and Drug Administration feels show great potential to reach a promising conclusion in the clinical trial process. Type 1 diabetes is quickly becoming a worldwide epidemic. Many governments around the globe see this as not only a medical and health threat but also an economic threat to every country. This is potentially a big step forward for Type 1 diabetics, don't you agree, Jim?
Okay, friends, so obviously the Food and Drug Administration here in the United States feels that Diamyd Medical is really onto something with this therapy. Otherwise, they would not have given them a fast-track authority in the first place, and now they've earned a second fast-track authority. Your guess is as good as mine, but my intuition tells me that they've got something good going, and the government realizes it, so they want to do everything they can to help them to get to the finish line and hopefully have a cure for type 1 diabetes. remember that this is the company, one of the founding doctors who was working on this made a statement 3 years ago that within 5 years he believed we would have a complete cure for type 1 diabetes. Now we're 3 years in, so yeah, that gives us 2 to go. But my money says that these guys are on to something, and it's pretty exciting. So I hope you enjoyed the video. We will have another one for you very soon. Take care of yourself, take care of those blood sugars, and we'll talk again real soon here on Type 1 Diabetic Warriors. Have a great day.